Welcome back to Charisco Crypto. Guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Let's discuss Bitcoin, let's discuss crypto. So let's discuss everything else that is happening in the crazy world of crypto. You guys are welcome. You guys are welcome. You guys are welcome. So let's discuss Bitcoin, let's discuss crypto. So guys, at first I want you guys to know that so we still have a lot of positive news in the crypto space. So we show that for sure Bitcoin is here to stay. So yesterday the market was slightly down, but you guys can see a day like today, we just have a huge bounce. So moving in most of the altcoins, they are up huge today. So which is good. So let's dive into the market. So President Trump to visit the Federal Reserve. So 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 he have to visit Fed chair, which is at least Jerome Powell. So you guys all know over the past few months they have been asking President Trump. So if he will fire Jerome Powell, you know, sometimes he said he will consider that, but now it seems like Fed chair is even more powerful than him. So, but for sure, as a president, it seems like he can't fire Jerome Powell, but he can get a new Fed chair, but seems to be that he can't fire Jerome Powell, but he have to meet with Jerome Powell. At first, what you need to know is that why President Trump want to meet with Jerome Powell and why Jerome Powell is about the rate. First, I want you guys to know that so Jerome Powell don't want to cut rate. Why is Jerome Powell don't want to cut rate? It's because inflation is real. So Jerome Powell is afraid that when he cut rate, inflation will hit the economy more harder than now. So which is why Jerome Powell don't want to cut rate. So which is why I keep telling you guys that embracing Bitcoin. Bitcoin is what solve the problem. So it's just it's Bitcoin that will solve this situation. So guys, you are all welcome. You are all welcome. You are all welcome. You are all welcome. I see the chat booming. So let's discuss. Let's discuss Bitcoin. Let's discuss crypto. There are a lot of good things keep happening in the crypto space. So Solana just passed an upgrade of about 20%. So on the blocks procession transaction processing. So which is huge as well. But despite that, Solana is still holding strong. But Ethereum is really the way. Which if you guys take a look here, you can see that Ethereum is hitting the resistance once again, and it seems like it's breaking out. And it's on chain that most of the money which is coming into the market right now, so they are going into Ethereum. So Ethereum is holding strong. So there are a lot of huge buy. Yeah, you guys are welcome. So there are a lot of money going into Ethereum. So Ethereum is really the way on the art season. And so I keep showing you guys that for sure, So Ethereum, don't sleep on it as well. So which is why we'll be looking into the market. So Banks of America said that many are preparing to launch stable coin in the next few years, in the next few months, for sure. Pump fund is down with almost about 50%. So why? It's because a tweet from the team on S, aka Twitter, the team said that so there will be airdrop anytime soon. The airdrop, because even yesterday you guys was here yesterday, I was complaining that even if me myself I did not receive the airdrop, so I don't know what happened. But the team decided to make it clear that so the airdrop will be coming anytime soon. So which is why a lot of people sold up. So a lot of people decide to sell their pop token. So which is why it's down huge a day like today. So guys, let's dive into the market. First, you guys need to see this. Trump to visit the Federal Reserve. So escalating the campaigns against the chairpoint. So yeah, you guys are welcome. So guys, at first, you guys know over the past few months, people have been saying President Trump will fire Jerome Powell. President Trump will fire Jerome Powell. So when you ask him during the interview, Trump will say no, so he is not planning to fire Jerome Powell. But to me, I think he can fire Jerome Powell because if he fire Jerome Paul, the economy, I think, it will get worse than as it is right now. Because first, why Jerome Paul don't want to cut rate? So Jerome Paul decide not to cut rate because if he decide to cut rate now because he's afraid the inflation will hit hard. So the government keep spending more money, expect less spending. They keep printing more money. Don't forget, just 2 months ago, less than 2 months ago, when President Trump signed a beautiful bill, he called it a beautiful bill. You guys all know that there's nothing beautiful about that bill. So that beautiful bill is to print more money, another 3 point something trillion dollars to be print. So if Jerome Powell decide to cut rate, it will allow more people to borrow money to invest in different assets. Even if the government, the U.S. government, will spend less. So, but that way, more inflation will hit. So, which is why you need to make sure that you are holding that asset, that valuable asset that don't have inflation, which is Bitcoin and some of those you know cryptocurrency that have a usage like Ethereum, Solana, so SRP as well. So we'll be looking into SRP as well. So there is, let's say, some negative news about SROP, so which we'll be looking into that. To me, I don't look it as a negative. That is because I think, so the, they are one of the guy who hold a huge amount of SROP, so he decided to take some profit. So which I think is normal, which is one thing I say here, every single day taking profit is normal in the crypto space. So it's always good to take profit. So, guys, which take us here, as you guys can see here, I keep showing you guys all those data every single day data. So, with no guarantees of an EU-US trade deal, so the Europe keeps its relationship with the United States. So the Europe and the US, they still don't have a deal yet. So about the tariff war keep going on, inflation war keep going on, which is why I keep saying it's not too late to hold Bitcoin and crypto. So, but one thing is that so I think Europe and US we finally have deal for sure. Even if US and Japan can have a deal, that means for sure. So Europe will have a deal as well. So I saw it on chair yesterday that I saw it on news yesterday that the European Union are preparing at least to make sure they have a deal with the United States. So those are the news that is happening those are the things that is happening in the crypto space. Why you need Bitcoin? So the President Trump and the Fed, they just set a new way at least for Bitcoin to skyrocket because one of the assets that hedge against inflation as of now is Bitcoin. So it's not even gold. So which is why we'll be going into what is happening in the crypto space. Kevin Orere which is backing Bit Zero, raising 25 million to scale Bitcoin's mining infrastructure. Why, so the Kevin Orere at least just raised another $25 million to buy more mining machines. So which you guys already know what it means. So they want to mine more Bitcoin. So if you are not in the crypto space right now, you are missing. But so if you are just coming, you are still early. So I keep saying it. So this year and hold for a long term for sure it works. So which is why I'll be showing you guys an address, which is this is someone who bought Bitcoin back in 2011. So which is moving a huge amount of money today, millions of dollars. That is because he invests early. So that is how it will look next 5 years from now. That people will be telling you buying Bitcoin between $100,000. So you will still early in the crypto space. So which you guys need to see this. So public traded, which is a Bitmine. Bitmines just emissions to raise at least $2.5 billion to buy more ETH. So $2.5 billion to buy more Ethereum. So, which we'll be looking at the Bitcoin dominance and Ethereum dominance as well. So more money have been entering Ethereum over the past few days, over the past few months, which show that Ethereum is reading the art season. So art season is here, guys. So the art season is here, guys. Smack the like, Press the subscribe button, make sure your notification bell is on, and share the stream with your friends and family. As you guys can see, so Bitmain just raising another $2.5 billion to make sure that they buy more Ethereum. So which is huge. So if you look at on chain, so the inflow, the spot ETF inflow, and spot Bitcoin ETF inflow, and spot ETF Ethereum inflow. So Ethereum have surpassed Bitcoin over the past 1 week, which show that the money which are coming into the spot ETF right now, most of them are going into Ethereum. So which is why I think so for sure Axis is already here, and Ethereum is reading the way. So, which, as you guys can see over here, even in the Bitmain, which is raising about 2.5 billion. So, their Ethereum holding just surpassed $2 billion. So, holding just about 60 days after raising 250 million. So, they have been raising more money to buy Ethereum. So, the Wall Street, they keep going on and on and on and on and on. They keep buying and buying and buying. They keep accumulating. So if you are still holding Ethereum for sure, so we still have a long way to go. So which is why I think $4,000 Ethereum is possible anytime soon. So you guys can see the chart here. I showed you guys the chart just now that Ethereum is breaking out, but now slightly in a trading sideway, but Ethereum is breaking out, so and it's ready to move up higher, which is why the Wall Street they are accumulating and accumulating and accumulating. I also see this just now. I just saw this just now, guys. So Ghana to license crypto farm aim to rising demand Bloomberg. So at least, at least most of the African countries are finally waking up, as you guys can see here. So Ghana to license crypto farms. So which is I think is good for the country as well, not just for the Bitcoin and crypto space, but good for the country. So guys, which finally take us here? You guys need to see this. FTS payment news, which is about FTS repayment. They will be repaying at least about $1.9 billion, by September 13. So, which is good. So, and the good part is that this $1.9 billion, it will be Bitcoin, it will be Ethereum. So, which will be thinking, oh, maybe they will be selling. That means it's a stable coin. They will be paying out in stable coin, which show that so they already sell all their asset holding. So, this is stable coin. They will be paying out in stable coin. So another $1.2 billion coming into the crypto space by September, which show that more people will be buying, some people will be investing, and some people will be place, spending their cash. But because this is cash, USD thing, they will be paying out USDT or USDC. They will be paying out in stable coin. So which is huge as well. So guys, if you lost money on FTS, so which I don't know where they will be paying out from. That is because during Celsius, when a lot of people lost their money in Celsius, like me as well, Celsius they pay out through Coinbase. Some of those, some will be paying out, through Gemini as well. So which is huge. So, guys, smash the like and subscribe button. Let's discuss Bitcoin and crypto together. See or no? For sure, with Bitcoin and crypto, we will all achieve a financial freedom together. We are still early in the crypto space. Bitcoin and crypto is here to stay. And I'll be doing Q&A shortly. But before then, I want you guys to see this. Let's see the news, what is happening in the crypto space. So this is what I was saying about Ripple, SRP just now. Ripple co-founder, which is Chris Lally. Chris Lally is moving about $175 million in SRP. So what is happening? So people be scared and they are criticizing him that he is about to sell at least $175 million in SRP. For sure, this dude hold about up to $4 billion in SRP. So because he hold almost about 6% of the total supply of SRP, so which is huge, which is why I was over the past few years for me to go in hard in SRP. It was a little bit confusing because for just one person to hold at least about 6% of the supply, which that is not good. But If he's selling $1 billion, that will be problem. But selling at least 175 billion, 175 million. So someone who is holding about $4 billion worth of token, for sure, he need it. Maybe he want to at least, maybe he want to buy at least one, buy a nyash, just like Mike, just like Jeff Bezos selling at least $500 million worth of stock few months ago. So which is normal. So which is normal. So taking profit is normal, which is what I say every single day. So it's just taking profit, which I don't think it should be criticized for selling how much for just selling 175 million worth of SROP. So Repo co-founder is being criticized, which is Chris Leslie. So because it's being central, because this is why many people think that SROP is too centralized. So which is why I think this is nothing. Taking profit of 175 million. So for he is holding about SRP worth about $4 billion. So maybe he want to get a nyash. At least he want to get, 100 million dollars worth of margin for sure. That is why you invest in the crypto space. Sometimes you take profit and live a better life. So it should be criticized for taking profit. So people think that you want to sell out at the top. That is because SRP is a little bit up right now, and you guys know hitting all-time high. So which take us here, guys? Bitcoin dominance spike as at sees this index crash. So I don't think. Let's quickly look at Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance head up to like 65%, and it has been down. Was down to like about 60%. Let's quickly look. Bitcoin dominance was down to like about 60%. Okay, you can see now it's slightly up. So it's recovery back up slightly, which is why you guys can see. So we show that so a lot of money are still going into Bitcoin once again. So Bitcoin dominance is holding about 61%. So when Ethereum dominance is still up, Ethereum, this is what thing I was saying just now, that money is going into Ethereum more than Bitcoin. You guys can see it here, that Bitcoin dominance is still down with about 3.36%. When Ethereum dominance is up with a 2.46%. So when altcoin, the dominance is slightly up with about a 0.92%. So we show that, the money which are coming into the crypto space right now, they are going into Ethereum. So which is why I think, for sure, a huge move is coming to Ethereum anytime soon. You guys can say the Ethereum dominance is up huge. So it's up with about 2.43%, and it keep counting. So when Bitcoin dominance is still down with all-time high, you guys remember last year I was been telling you guys last month that Bitcoin dominance is up huge, and don't be surprised when Bitcoin dominance drop down. For sure, more money will be going into it. More money will be going into Ethereum and altcoin as well. So guys, which take us here? You guys need to see this. Yeah. So guys, as you guys can see, this is Solana. Solana core developers just present a new proposal to increase the network transaction capacity. So at least by 66% again. So Solana just passed through an upgrade of about 20% of increase network transaction capacity. So which is huge for So as well. At least 20% for network transactions capacity is huge. Solana just passed through that, but guess what? It did add there. So the team just proposed at least, they just another proposal, as you guys can see, to increase the network transaction capacity at least by 66%. So if that proposal goes through, that means Ethereum is Solana, so the fee will be more cheaper. Just like now, the fee is already way more cheaper as well, but the fee will be more cheaper. Thank you, Favor. So, guys, I'm here to keep letting you guys know what is happening in the crypto space. So, because I realized that over the past few years, Bitcoin has changed my mindset, has changed my perspective, or of thinking. So because just DCA and hold for a long term, which I'll be showing you guys right now, an address who just move millions of or millions of dollars just by because he invested in Bitcoin over the past few years. So the address have been dormant address, so he has not even make any transactions since then. He just log into the address, find millions upon millions of dollars there. So which is huge. This is why it's so important to invest in Bitcoin. I don't even know any other Bitcoin and crypto. So there's no any other companies that you can invest on like that and left the company behind for the past 14 years. So and just come into the company and found out that the company is already up with millions upon millions of percent. That's because if you look at Bitcoin performance right now, Bitcoin has been up with almost about 117 something million percent. So to date, so there's no any other asset that you can compare to Bitcoin. Gold that is up with less than 10% over the past decade. So Bitcoin has been existed for like a decade and a half for the past 16 years. So and Bitcoin has been outgrowing every other asset. So which is huge as well. So guys, this is same thing which I was still talking about of Ethereum. So Ethereum and Solana, as you guys can see here, corporate treasuries are loading up on in 2025, adding 825,000 each, worth about $3 billion, and 2.95 million so what about more than $500 million as well. So more companies keep buying and buying and buying, they keep accumulating. So, which is it's huge, it's huge. So, Ethereum, which is why I think this cycle, most of the cycle, not just this cycle, even the last cycle. So, Ethereum read the way of art season, always read the way. So, Ethereum always move first. So, after Ethereum, other altcoin follow. I remember back then when even the last cycle when Ethereum pop, after Ethereum pop, followed by BNB as well. More money from you guys can see BNB hit all-time high. That was yesterday, trading above $800 once again. Last cycle, BNB all-time high was 500 and something dollars, between $550. Because I was still holding a good amount of BNB back then, 5 years ago. So BNB last cycle all-time high was 500 or something. And BNB just hit a new all-time high yesterday again above $800. So which is huge. The Wall Street, the more companies loading up on Ethereum as well. So guys, the pop fund token, as you guys can see here. So pop tokens thanks after airdrops delay. So early investors lose millions for sure. So thank God I sold at least. I sold 100% of my pump token. So you guys was here live. So when I sold at least, when I sold those, decide to sell that day. So I sold those my pop token. So the first day of the loss, I decided to take profit. But guess what? I missed out on the short. I wanted to short pop fund at 0.006. That is when I wanted to short pop fund. Imagine if I have short pop fund, even with $1,000, till date you will have been up. So because pop fund is been down with about 50%. That means I'll be going with almost about $50,000, man. Just $1,000, $1,000 leverage trading with 5Fs. That's because hype liquidity. So guys, I will be showing you guys now hype liquidity. So before the end of the stream or before Q&A. So yesterday, I was talking about hype liquidity. Hype liquidity, even if you are depositing through on the chain, so to see same network. So if you are depositing USDC, you will receive your USDC and USDT. So be one, you can already deposit Ethereum, Ethereum, even if you can already deposit Ethereum, Solana, but you can also deposit USDC and USDT through Arbitrum chain. So guys, pop fund is being down. That is because the team said that, so the airdrop will be coming anytime soon. So the team just delayed the airdrop. So which is why, pop fund, a lot of people sold. They decide to sell off their, a lot of people decide to sell off their pop token. So don't be scared. Keep this year. I keep telling you guys. So this year and hope for a long term. So guys, guess what? Yeah, that was what I was saying yesterday, Miraculous. So yesterday I was complaining that I didn't receive my own airdrop. But the team decided to make a tweet yesterday. They decided to tweet yesterday. So after my live stream yesterday, they said that the airdrop is not coming anytime soon. Boom. Many people decide to take profit because people are expecting that airdrop. So guys, guess what? Bank of America says many banks are preparing to launch crypto stable coins. So just like a USDC and USDT. So that's because the Genius Act, which President Trump just signed about a week ago, so it has bring a lot of reality in the crypto space. So many people, now because it will bring more money to the economy as well, the U.S. economy, because many people can now convert their local currency to USDC and USDT as a stable coin. So and it will really help the US dollar as well. So guys, let's see this before Q&A. So former PayPay president, which is David Marcos, he said that the world need Bitcoin. For sure, I keep saying this every single day. So the world need Bitcoin now than before. Guess what? Which is what is happening between President Trump and Fed chair today. So President Trump said President Trump will be visiting a Fed chair, which is will be visiting Fed. To me, I think, Fed chair, which is Jerome Paul, he should have been the one to visit President Trump. But guess what? President Trump have been making mouth, have been saying this or that, said that Jerome Paul is crazy, so he's out of his sense, so he don't know what he's doing, he's not smart. But guess what? You are going to meet someone who you think say he's not smart. So that is because Fed chair, I keep saying it, Fed chair, Jerome Paul is so smart, he know what he's doing. So he don't want to cut rate because the government keep printing more money. So he understand that once he decide to cut rate, it will affect the economy. So it will affect the economy. More people will be able to borrow more money. President Trump is printing more money again, 3 point something trillion in the next few years. So which they already signed it all long. So looking at those things, this is why I keep saying. So you need to embrace Bitcoin and crypto because Bitcoin don't have inflation. So Bitcoin, even if the block supply be cut by 50% every 4 years. So after every between that is when having event happen. Every halving event, Bitcoin cut the block supply by 50%. The miners even have to double their mining machine in order for them to mine equivalent of Bitcoin, which they will be mining this cycle. So next cycle, they will have to double their machines. So that is how it is. So Bitcoin is 21 million that will ever be in existence. But the government money, which the fiat, they keep printing and printing every single day, which is why the US national debt is skyrocketing. But the US national debt is even more better than than other country, like Venezuela. I was showing you guys a clip of Venezuela when just about 2 weeks ago. You will be throwing money away, just like as our country as well, Nigeria, Ghana, most of those other countries. The inflation keep eating away the buy power. You keep $100 in bank after 5 years, for sure. Like a five naira now, you don't even you can't even afford anything with 5 naira, even 10 naira. So many people like currency like that in Venezuela, they are throwing them away with truck. So the government, they don't care. They print more money every single day for them to survive. But if you are doing 9 to 5, that does not mean that 9 to 5 is not good, but it's a good start. 9 to 5 is a good start. But when you are working, you have to invest in a strong asset so that will give you more power. So because which is why many government they are against Bitcoin because Bitcoin has been outperforming every other asset. So if you have opportunity to invest in Bitcoin, for sure you will be up huge. So even if next year, next 4 years from now, Bitcoin will be trading, which is a next cycle. I don't think it will happen this cycle, but next cycle for sure, Bitcoin will be trading at least a from $500,000 to $1 million per coin. So guys, let's see this quickly. My kick streaming just stopped. I don't know what happened. Reconnect. I'm coming, guys. Let me reconnect to my kick account. Oh, that's so guys. Let's see this. Bitcoin wallet worth about how much? $468 million. Awaken after 14 and a half years. So the original investment will shock you. Yeah, for sure. So this wallet holding at least, now it's now holding almost about a $500 million worth of Bitcoin. Guess what? 14 years ago, so this person bought Bitcoin and deposit there. Now he just decided to log in, so you just decide to log in, boom, $500 million you have there. So he invests just a few amount of dollars back then, but today it's up huge in profit, as you guys can see. So which is why I keep saying, Bitcoin has been one of the best performing asset over the years. So and you can't doubt it right now. You guys can see, you can't doubt it. Just you know because Bitcoin just reached all-time high, so it's up huge. So he decided to move how much? He decided to move. He decided to activate the wallet. It's simple, you don't even need to sleep with your Bitcoin. You don't even need to see it every year. You don't even need to see it every 2 years. All you just need to do is that buy and transfer it to a decentralized wallet. So transfer it to a decentralized wallet. One day you just wake up and log into your wallet. You find out that you already have millions upon millions of dollars there. So guys, Bitcoin and crypto is here to stay. Keep this here. So don't sleep on Bitcoin. I want you guys to see this chart maybe before Q&A. What do you guys think? So you guys need to see the chart because I keep telling you guys that what is happening in the crypto space. This is from Plan B. So this is the RSI, as you guys can see, the moving average realized price stock to flow. So what is stock to flow saying? Relative strength index, which is the RSI, the as you guys can see here. So the reality the reactive strength index is almost about 75%, as you guys can see now. It's between about 75%. Hope you guys can see it. So this is 75%. So which is orange dot. So I want to zoom in so you guys can see the orange dot. So you guys can see we are having orange dot right now, which is 75%. So when Bitcoin was trading between $110,000, so the orange dot was about 69%, was 69%. So which was not in orange. So as for you guys who is thinking, okay, so well, if you are following, if history is on our side, where the market usually top out. So this explain it. As you guys can see here, we are between a 75%, which is the orange dot. So the market to with several months with RSI is usually about 80% plus. So which is the red dot. The red dot it hit 2021. The red dot also hit 20. That was also 2017 as well. So for we to head up to at least 80% plus, as you guys can see here, for it to head up to 80% plus, at least we should be taking Bitcoin above $140,000 to $150,000. But to me, this is why I keep saying taking profit is important. 75 is already way too high, but they usually top out 80, 85%. But Plan B still think that, the RSI, at least, it should still be heading up to like 80 to 85% plus. One thing is that, we all know each cycle, the volatility of the market keep reducing. So because many people, more people coming into the crypto space, which is why I think, okay, so let's see what happens. So even if we did not get to at least 85%, but taking us to 80%, it will be huge as well, which it will be taking Bitcoin to like, 140 to $150,000. Today, the RSI is between 75%. So which is huge as well, which to me, I think is good, is okay. 75% is not bad, but taking us to 80%. So 80% is really a good time to take profit as well. So if it's trading between 80%, it's really a good time to take profit as well. So that is how it's predicting the market, as you guys can see. So we still have a long time to go for at least for the Bitcoin cycle to run out. But following that means if history is on our side, according to Plabis, that means you have to take us above, between 80% to 75%, which I don't think it will be possible this year. So for the RSI to be taken above 80%, the RSI may be able to head up to, RSI going to at least heading up to 80%, we take Bitcoin to 140, 150,000. So RSI is sitting between 75% right now, which is the orange dot. So guys, let's see this before Q&A. So finally, the the US spot ETF, as you guys can see here, just refreshing it. So this is the US spot ETF. So US spot ETF, so as you guys can see, they are holding 6.16% of total Bitcoin supply that will ever be in existence. So which is how much? $153.5 billion. So just US spot ETF has already holding a $153.5 billion. Don't forget, Michael Saylor is now holding a $71 billion, just Michael Saylor alone. So which is why I keep telling you guys that there's no much Bitcoin out there, but that does not mean, there will be volatility in the crypto space. That is because those spot ETF, when they are buying, they don't even use the open market. They use OTC. Coinbase still have a huge amount of Bitcoin in their management. So Coinbase still hold up to about $200 billion worth of Bitcoin in their management. So if BlackRock as of today is holding BlackRock is holding $87 billion worth of Bitcoin. Guess what? Despite Fidelity and Grayscale have been selling their Bitcoin, but BlackRock have been overpowering them. BlackRock have been buying and buying. So I don't even get it that BlackRock holdings keep skyrocketing. So if BlackRock want to buy Bitcoin today, what BlackRock does is that he called Coinbase, I need $1 billion worth of Bitcoin. Coinbase transfer $1 billion worth of Bitcoin to them. They transfer $1 billion to Coinbase. It will affect the market. But guess what? When OTC market finally dry up, this P2P. So if you guys have been trading P2P on Binance, you guys should let me know. There was a time which I was trading P2P on Binance. It was profitable back then, but it's like they have banned it from Nigeria right now. So you will be able to sell USDT through P2P. Most of you guys who are watching from Nigeria, it was profitable back then, selling doing a P2P trading. You need to match your as a merchant. So if you have a USDT, so you will give out a USDT, the person credit you in Naira. So you can redeposit your Naira and buy the USDT back, just recycling the transaction like that. So you'll be making profit, but I don't know if it's available. It is not available in Nigeria. It was. I remember I was trading it, if I still have the transaction history, I will check it and I will let you guys know. So back then I remember between maybe 2023, you'll be able to do P2P trading. So guys, so guess what? I know a lot of merchants which was trading P2P back then. So guess what? The US spot ETF, they are still holding a good amount of Bitcoin, so which is huge. So guys, let me show you guys this before the Q&A. This is the hype liquidity, which I was saying just now, connect. I have to connect to MetaMask, connect to wallet. Let me log in. Oh, I still have $600 here. So, guys, as you guys can see, this is hype liquidity. So, hype liquidity, when you want to deposit, I need to show you guys this. So, when you want to deposit on hype liquidity, it will be showing you that, you have USDC. So, this is Arbitrum chain. Let me zoom in so you guys can see. So, this is the Arbitrum chain. So, you can deposit USDC or USDT on Arbitrum chain. But guess what? So when you want to deposit through Ethereum and Solana chain, you have to be careful. So when you want to deposit through, you can deposit Bitcoin, which is normal. So when you want to deposit USDC on Solana chain or Ethereum chain, when you click on when you click on Ethereum chain, you can only deposit, it will give you the address, but you can only deposit Ethereum, but you can't deposit USDC or USDT. Because if you don't read the guideline here say that, you can't deposit a USDC and USDT. Even if the chain is in match with you are depositing through a Solana chain or Ethereum chain, you will receive the USDC or USDT here. You will only receive you will be able to receive Ethereum through Ethereum chain, but you can't receive a USDT and USDC through Ethereum chain. So, which is why what I said discouraged me the other day. I decided to deposit. So the first I didn't receive the first because I did not read the guideline. So before I make the other transaction, so I already lose interest on it. So as you guys can see here, even if Solana as well. So this is Solana. It will give you the Solana address. You can deposit USDC and a USDT as well. So you also have the maximum and minimum transaction which you can deposit. So guys, let's do Q&A, question and answer, man. Let's do Q&A. So guys, you guys are smart and intelligent. Share the stream with your friends and family. Let them know we are here, guys. And you guys all know we are already in Kiki the month. Today is 24th, man. So in the next few days, so for end of the month, I will be doing giveaway for you guys. So from the Pump Fund Cookies profit, so which I will be reaching out to you guys. As well, always share the stream with your friends and family. You guys who always share the stream, who always tune in here, for sure, you guys will be eligible for that. So not just that, in a long run, so what's the market deep down? I will be investing in most of those good altcoins. So once the market is up, I will be able to take profit and reach out to you guys who are always here as well. So which is why you need to be in the community. So let's achieve a financial freedom together. That is because Bitcoin and crypto has become one of the best way to achieve a financial freedom over the years. Yeah, guys, let's do Q&A, question and answer, man. Let's discuss. So, guys, ROSI is predicting at least for Bitcoin to be heading up to 80% plus, which is the red dot, but Bitcoin is trading with the orange dot as of now. So we show that, we are still early in the crypto space. Don't be scared. Bitcoin and crypto is here to stay. If you are watching me from S, you are watching me from Kick, you are watching me from Twitch. Also, make sure you are following me on YouTube. So every single day you guys see, I'm here to keep letting you guys know what is happening in the crypto space, the macro stuff. At first, you guys see just now, I passed through the macro stuff, what is happening. So then we go into the what is happening in the market as well. So which is huge. So let's discuss. Guys, I need to show you guys this. Trump denies that he planned to cut subsidies to Elon Musk's companies. So you all know, just weeks ago, it's been a month now. Time fly. So President Trump was saying that so he may tell the Doge to look into Elon Musk's. If they can cut the subsidies, the money which is they are allocated to his company for them to build the EV, which is the electric vehicles. But guess what? So he just denied that. So he said that no. So he want to make sure that he said that Elon Musk and the U.S. business, he want them to thrive. So like never before, he want them to grow like never before. So which is why I think that most of the time Elon Musk and President Trump, they are playing with our emotions. I always tell you guys this, so don't take those people serious. Elon Musk and Trump, don't take them serious. Sometimes they are just playing with your emotion. They're already rich as hell, so they are just doing their things. So forget them. So and guys, guess what? There's something I need to let you guys know. Jim Cramer said that so he want to own Bitcoin because the U.S. national debt is above 37 trillion, and he think Bitcoin is that asset that hedge against inflation. That is not good news to me. But for sure, he's right that a Bitcoin hedge against inflation, and he need to own Bitcoin. But guess what? Invest Kramer usually right. Invest Kramer usually right. So if Jim Kramer said that Bitcoin will be going up, that is when the market usually dip down. And when Jim Cramer said that Bitcoin will be going down, that is when the market usually go up. So if Jim Cramer said that it's now embracing Bitcoin, it look like it's a good time for us to take profit because the market may decide to dip down. I'm not trying to scare you guys, but invest Cramer always right. So over the past few years, each time Jim Cramer said buy Bitcoin, that means you have to say take profit. So it does not mean you have to go out from the market, but it's a good time to take profit. But when Jim Cramer say, "Oh, buy," that means it's a good time to it's a good time to sell. So if Jim Cramer say buy, that means it's a good time to sell. And if Jim Cramer say sell, guys, that means it's a good time to buy. So Jim Cramer is saying that so Bitcoin he hedge against inflation. So because he is scared that the U.S. national debt is skyrocketing above $37 trillion, so he think it's a good time to hold Bitcoin because Bitcoin hedge against inflation. 100% Bitcoin hedge against inflation, but if it comes from Jim Cramer, I don't trust Jim Cramer, guys. Over the past few years, each time Jim Cramer says that means it's a good time to buy. If Jim Cramer say buy, it's a good time to sell. So, guys, thank you all. Thank you all. Let's do Q&A, question and answer. So, yeah, Matthew, evening, bro. How are you all doing? Chief, J Boy, I'm good. Unlimited. Peace be unto the house for sure. So, Slay, greeting you all. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. So you guys know I can't pop all the names all, but I see all the greetings from you guys. So let me try and do the answer the question. So we call it a day. Abi, many people was expecting the airdrop favor. Many people was expecting the airdrop, but it happened to be that so when they announced yesterday that the airdrop is not coming anytime soon, they allocate almost about 150 something $million for the airdrop. Guess what? The token is trading between $1 billion valuation. You all know they launched it with between about $4 billion valuation, which is a pop fund, pop token. The pop token, they launched it between about 4 billion valuation and it head up to above $5 billion. Now it's dumping because, the team said that, there won't be, the airdrop is not coming anytime soon. I already sold my, so at least taking profit back there is a good move. I think taking profit back then is a good move. Thank you, Bonnie. I'm here. So thank you also for joining. So every single day I'm here where we discuss Bitcoin and crypto together. So if you have any question, drop your question on the chat. Favor, thank you. My man, now my people now being so you guys know so every single day here tuning. So it's not about what thing is that I realize in crypto is that you can make it when you stick to your strategy. As I always say, not there because any influencer tell you Bitcoin is trading between 119,000, $120,000 today, 118, So don't be scared. So stick to your plan, stick to your strategy. If you bought Bitcoin, you buy Bitcoin, you was opportunity to buy Bitcoin below. $80,000. It was opportunity to buy Bitcoin 70,000. Don't forget, 3 months ago, Bitcoin was still trading $74,000. She was opportunity to buy Bitcoin. So back then, today Bitcoin is up huge. Taking profit is important. So, but if any influencers are saying, "Oh, Bitcoin is heading up to $500,000," so because of that, you decide not to take profit and you don't want to hold for long term. So when the market decide to pull back, so people will be scared to sell their Bitcoin. So if you are not taking profit now, why will you be taking profit tomorrow if Bitcoin is down? So I sell when the market is going up. I don't sell when the market is going down. So I don't even long into all those portfolio if the market is going down. Unless I need the one, if I have stable coin there, which is cash, I need to spend it to buy more Bitcoin to DCA into the market. That is when I will log into them. So many people will be scared when the market is down. So you don't have to be scared when the market is down. So if your plan is to hold for long term, buy and hold for long term. Even if Bitcoin dip down 50% from here, for sure, next cycle Bitcoin will be up. It's an asset that have a mass of price. So why I still believe in cycle is because over the past one and which is 1 decade plus. So it's over the past 60 years, Bitcoin has been going with 4 year cycle. So for sure, we are in the last phase of the cycle. So the last phase of the cycle. So for sure, the market will dip down. So Bitcoin will trade below this price once again. So if you are not willing to take profit today, so don't tomorrow if the market dip down, why will you be taking profit? I think that BNB will get to $3,000, not this cycle. The market cap is already up too high. Let's see. BNB market cap is sitting with how much? Let me see. BNB market cap is sitting with about $108.7 billion as of now. So which is way too high. That means for BNB to head up to how much? $3,000. You need to have at least 300 billion market cap plus. That means almost about going to Ethereum. So Ethereum is holding a market cap of $448 billion. So Solana and BNB is dragging market cap as of now. So Solana market cap is still above 100 billion, when BNB's market cap is between 100. The difference is just 8 billion market cap, $8 billion. So which is easy to switch. Don't forget, last week Solana was the top fifth largest cryptocurrency. That's because it surpassed BNB. So another $200 billion in BNB this year, I don't think it's possible. Unless maybe we have a super cycle, which I don't think it will happen. Super cycle. So even if the market will always dip down for sure. Something will always bring the market down for people to panic and sell. The Wall Street, they hold a huge amount of Bitcoin. Even if the coin, most of the time those exchanges, they manipulate the market as well. Guess what? Even if Coinbase, they hold more than $200 worth of Bitcoin, they may decide to sell in order for them to buy back huge. So that is how it is. That is how they make money, all those exchanges. Yeah, they want to take fees. So if the market dip down, those are those who make who is profitable. Is the exchanges are will be the people who will be profitable if the market, whether the market is down or the market is up, there will be the people who will be profitable because they will always take the fees. Ethereum or Bitcoin. My TikTok. I haven't even tried it because because it's to be that they don't even allow streaming there. It's been crazy. So I will try it once again. I haven't even checked it for a long time. I haven't even checked it. So they said that, when you are posting about crypto, so they restrict the account because of crypto of it. So the TikTok account. So, guys, you guys are amazing. You guys are smart and intelligent. President Trump to visit the Federal Reserve. So at least you guys can see, finally, the lion is going to meet the cat, or so at his own house. It's been so the lion has been saying that the cat is not smart, this thing is not smart, or the dog is not smart. Now he's going to see him because Jerome Paul is smart. It's just that he know what will happen if he decide to cut rate. So, but because cutting rate it will help market, it will help the crypto market anyway. But you know, President Trump have been undervaluing Fetcher. But guess what? He's going to meet him because Fetcher is smart because if he decide to cut rate, so inflation is real. This show you that inflation is real. So why Fetcher don't want to cut rate is because inflation is here. If we decide to cut rate, the inflation will hit harder. So the US is even better. Most other country, it worse. He's going there to pressure Jerome Powell. He's going there. What is he going to do? He's going to pressure him to make sure that he cut the rate. That is what he's going to do. President Trump is going to visit the Federal Reserve, to pressure Jerome Powell to cut rates. That is what he's going there to do. It's not going there to do anything else. It's going there to pressure him. So, guys, don't forget, you are smart and intelligent. With Bitcoin and crypto, we will all achieve a financial freedom together. So, see you all tomorrow. Always smash the like, make sure your notification bell is on, and share the stream with your friends and family. So, let's discuss Bitcoin and crypto together. So, see you all tomorrow. Charisco is out, guys.